Yeah, this is probably gonna be a bit different from my usual content, whatever that is at this point. So basically, a few weeks ago, my university posted an announcement for a 48-hour game jam. So me and my 8 friends, all first-year software engineering students, signed up for it. Now you might be thinking that working in a team of 9 developers with no concrete experience would be quite chaotic. And you'd be right. I thought we were gonna split in 2 groups or something, but the day of the event, I arrived at the place and one of my friends said, "Hey, listen. Most of us have no experience in game development, so we have higher chances of making something decent if we all work together." And I replied, "You know that's gonna be chaotic, right?" But you know what's not chaotic? Not having your personal data stolen while you're browsing the internet. And you too can have that option thanks to today's sponsor, Atlas VPN. With Atlas VPN, you can browse the internet with complete privacy and security. Atlas VPN encryption technology ensures that your online activity is always safe from prying eyes. One of the key features of Atlas VPN is the data breach alert system, which helps you protect you from data breaches by notifying you when your personal information might have been compromised. Now I'm currently living in Sweden right now, and you know what's one of the worst things about that? If I want to watch my favorite show, Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix, I just can't. Look at this. What's this supposed to be? Luckily, by using Atlas VPN, I can instantly change my location to a bunch of different servers all around the world. And just like that, I can finally rewatch one of the greatest pieces of media ever created. If you go to the link in the description, you will get Atlas VPN at 83% off with 3 months free and a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if that's not a good deal, I don't know what that is. Thanks to everybody for watching the ad, and thanks to Atlas VPN for sponsoring today's video and supporting the channel. So anyway, back to the video. The jam started at 6 PM Central European Time, and the theme was roots. Luckily for us, one of my friends already had an interesting idea, so we decided to just roll with it. The idea was to make a resource management game where you control the roots of a plant and you need to expand them and gain materials to grow bigger. After the idea was decided, we started discussing a framework. My teammates wanted to use Unity, of course, so we ended up using Unity even though only 2 people from the team had experience with it. And the first thing we did was spending 4 hours setting up the Git repo and installing Unity in everybody's computer. After that, we were basically too tired to worry, so we started playing some itch.io games. We also got some great results and we ate all the food that was available at the place. And finally, we went home at 12 AM because they had to close the place where we were staying. And that was the end of day 1. Anyway, day 2. I would like to say that day 2 started pretty well and we all got there early in the morning to work, but some of us went to Burger King at midnight, so we only had like 4 hours of sleep, and we arrived at like 12 PM. Anyway, we decided to split into 3 sub-teams: the programming team, the sound design team, and the graphic design team. As one of the members with more Unity experience, I was assigned to the programming team, and my first task was to implement the growing roots mechanic, while my teammates were working on the terrain generation and material classes. Now the root mechanic sounds pretty simple, and it might actually be simple, but for some godforsaken reason I spent 5 hours working on it. No matter what I did, I couldn't manage to make it work. On the other hand, the terrain generation looked pretty good actually. Although I don't really know if they had any troubles or not, because I was so fucking focused on making stupid roots that I couldn't care about what they were doing. Having finished the root generation, I had just one problem left: math. See, the idea was to have fixed angles to instantiate new roots, and whenever you instantiate a new root, the position and rotation of the previous roots should have stayed the same. But the rotation wasn't working. So after approximately 1 hour where me and my 2 friends were trying to figure out how to fix the fucking rotation, inspiration finally hit us. We didn't need math. We just needed to set the global rotation to be always the same. Now you might be wondering, how were things going on the other sub-teams? Well, let's do a quick recap. The sound design team was actually doing pretty good. My friends composed this really awesome track for the game. And they also made a couple of really cool sounds. Sadly, we didn't use them because I couldn't implement the fucking code for it. On the other side, the graphic design team was, well, let's just say they were having fun. In the span of a couple of hours, they managed to install Photoshop, Illustrator, and made some assets for the game. Things were going good to some extent, but at some point, all I could hear was screams and pain. And when I came to see what was happening, I saw this.
What the fuck you have so many origins? Can you tell me again what we did?
Previously we were making busting. Can you show busting?
Click!
Subscribe for more?
Subscribe for more. Guys, don't forget to...
No.
Let me introduce you to the graphic design office. Apparently, they couldn't agree on some designs and they went on a strike or some shit, I don't really remember, and they made this meme about it, instead of working on the fucking assets. Anyway, while I was making the script for this video, I asked them what exactly happened, and they replied with this. I think it's pretty funny, but it probably won't be as funny to you. After that, we went to steal some more food, and our mental sanity kept decreasing exponentially.
It's not working!
No comprende! La máquina no funcionaba.
And that's how day 2 ended. Day 3 and final 6 hours of work. This was supposed to be a very productive day, but honestly, we were all pretty fucked up already. The sounds were pretty much ready, so the graphic design office and the programming team continued doing their jobs. Art-wise, the game was looking pretty fine. For a team of inexperienced developers, I'd say that they did a pretty good job. Programming-wise, we still needed to implement a main menu, collision detection, UI, and finish the main gameplay loop. You might be thinking, wow, that sounds kinda too much for the last 5 hours. And it was. But we technically only needed to merge a few Git branches since most of the functionalities were already implemented and create the main menu. Now the keyword here is technically. Obviously, things didn't go smooth at all. We spent most of the day solving merge conflicts after merge conflicts after merge conflicts.
24 conflicts.
If you've ever worked with Git, you don't need me to explain how painful that is. After having solved the first round of merge conflicts, it was now time to create the menu. So it was basically me and another friend creating the menu. We first created a basic template for it, and the idea was that we were both gonna work together at the same time. He was gonna do the UI, and I was gonna do the programming. And then we were just gonna merge everything and hope it worked. Surprise, surprise, it didn't work. But instead of showing you all our suffering, I decided that it would be funnier to just show you some of the funniest commit messages that we had. A lot of things worked. Forgot to save. Added something that doesn't exist in Sweden. Finally works. Forgot to save the scene. IDK. I forgot. Somewhat lol. Lol, don't use. Stuff that we did. Smiley face. Anyway, we spent our final hour doing guess what? Solving stupid merge conflicts and making sure that everything worked. Of course, nothing worked, but that's basically how Ruta was born. It is a game, indeed. I really like the idea though, and for the first game developed together by my friends and I think I'm really proud of it. We did accomplish quite a lot of stuff in 48 hours. But wait. This is not the end of the video. Some people would think that that wasn't a bad try for our first game jam experience, but they're just wrong. All the other submissions were made in teams of around 3 people, and they all looked pretty amazing. Meanwhile, our team with 9 developers did this. And that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that another team had the exact same idea, but their execution was flawless. The art style was pretty, the game didn't have any bugs. I mean, just look at this. And the funniest part is that we came right after them when the jury was reviewing the games. Could you even begin to comprehend the amount of cringe that we felt? It was so fucking funny.